Hello, and welcome to Rainbows and Razor Blades Productions, where chaos reigns in all of our content. Welcome to our Monday night game of Madness Takes Artena, 5e Homebrew, and let us meet our players. We will start with Danny.
Hi, I'm Danny. You can find me on stuff being Dr. Snugglebutts. And I play Trenton, a wizard rogue who kinda has to do shit even though he doesn't want to. So he steals the nerd's homework because the nerd's an asshole.
And Steve.
Hi, my name's Steve. I go by Hermes4939 most places on the internet. You can find me on Twitter at W9Steve. I'm playing Arrow, the Vidalcan Grave Cleric.
Mary.
Hi, I'm Mary Keatney. You can find me on socials at Nerd on Wheels 15, where I chat about disability, TTRPGs, and everything in between. I am playing
Amariel.
Thank you. My brain is mush today.
Mine is
I am playing Mariel, the Fey Warden Paladin.
And Izzy. Thanks, Chad. Izzy, you were just gifted a subscription.
Yay, thank you. Hi, I'm Izzy. You can find me on Instagram and Twitter. Yep.
Got the Twitter now.
He's on Twitter.
And it's Izzy Talavera, all one. And I'll be playing Paintbrush as Sunsoul Monk.
And our warlock fighter, Leston, is on a side quest tonight. So he's going to be doing some deep thinking in his conch shell and trying to contact his patron about his car's extended warranty. All right, I'm proud of that one. I'm not gonna lie.
Go for it.
Also, oh hey, we have merch. I have my emotional support undead shirt on. That is what I'm called by a character in our Thursday night game because I'm mostly undead. And now, when we last left off, everybody was running some errands. I believe last time is also when we met Cheeky Song, the tabaxi that runs a store, because I haven't looked at anything in the last 2 weeks like a good DM. Let me look at my drive quick. Also, it's been a Monday, folks, so the brain melting is real. Bear with us. Cheeky Song, it filled to capacity, where they also got some fun little joke items. Paintbrush did get his cloak of billowing from I think it was Lustin that brought
Lustin bought it, yeah.
Yeah. And we had other things that happened, and that's about how my recap's gonna go tonight.
I stole scrolls.
Oh yes, you did stole scrolls. Stoles.
Steal.
Which none of them were useful to me.
I mean, you can always sell them.
But most importantly is you replaced them so she did not notice they were gone.
Exactly.
But as a magic user in general, you can at least
I'm
cast
probably gonna dispense them to people.
There you go. And Maria's in the chat. Hi, Maria. Also, by hopefully the next couple weeks, since we do have the character art, it should be on screen and stream as soon as our loverly producer has time, because she is the busiest person known to man. Anyway,
we have our ball bearings that turn into bears.
Yes. The bear ballings.
Bear ballings. Then I got my feather, my necklace of feather.
Amulet of feather fall, where you
Yep.
turn into a feather and fall to the ground and then turn
Mhm.
back.
Yep.
I had some fun making up a couple of those. Cloak of Billowing is actually a common item. So you can find that, Izzy, in D&D Beyond, I believe.
It's absolutely adorable.
But yes, now paintbrush is fabulous.
Yeah.
All right. Let us begin. You all convene at the Wacky Mole Tavern. It's not an inn, just a tavern. After the night's rest that you have taken, so if you have not taken the long rest, go ahead and do that. Errol, you did find a note slid under your door from Lustin saying that he was going to take some time to himself today and that he will contact you all when he's out and about. And
Yep.
so, what would you all like to do?
I am going to tell everyone about my dream with the Theodosis, how I finally seen the symbol too. And I don't know if I figured out what was going on with my paintbrush yet, but I'm going to test it. I don't want to ruin this nice lady's bar though. So I'm going to, oh, guys, let's see what this paintbrush does. And I'm going to walk them out to the porch and I'm going to paint on one of the outside tables.
No,
see
no,
what it is.
no. I have paper. We've discussed this. No graffiti.
Oh, okay.
I don't want to pay for damages. And then I just take out like I look through the stolen homework for the ones for classes I don't belong to. Like, oh, I'm not in this class.
That's right,
Sure.
you robbed that guy.
Oh,
And
that's right.
I'm gonna paint on the book. See it. You know that homework excuse, like, oh, my dog got to it, my cat got to it. See, now you have an excuse of them, like my cat got to my
My
homework.
tabaxi got to it.
Yeah.
My tabaxi painted on it. And then I just point out the window. There's a tabaxi drawing.
Oh yeah, because he does like to lurk on your
Yeah, he
school.
does. He sits outside your school.
Just creeping.
Lurking tabaxi.
All right. Now
So
let me see what
you
this paintbrush
do
does.
take your giant paintbrush staff and you go to make a mark on it. And you get kind of an iridescent rainbow look on it for a little line.
Oh. I'm gonna try to think of a color. Green. I'm gonna paint.
Yeah, it turns green.
Oh shit. Okay.
You
And
now
that's my check-in,
have
guys.
a paintbrush that doesn't run out of paint.
That is so cool.
That's the dream for artists, y'all.
Yeah, Errol is infinitely impressed with this for someone that it collects knickknacks and baubles and magic stuff. Like this is extremely interesting. I find this extremely interesting.
Now just
But-
imagine when he attacks people with this staff.
Big old green mark across the face.
Oh, Duke, why are you covered in paint? I fought this damn tabaxi.
Half the backs came out of nowhere, man, with his paintbrush. And now I'm green. Shit's wild.
It's like, great. I was pink. What's going on here?
Well, am I
Oh,
correct? So everyone has had some kind of dream in regards to this symbol
or talked to
or
somebody.
talked to
yes.
someone.
Have
I
I?
think.
I think I'm the only one
Uh,
who has not.
Didn't
Yeah,
you have a
no, Trent
seer?
hasn't yet. He
I just know of it because
That's right.
yeah, he took you guys to talk to one of his professors about it.
Yep.
Real quick, Trenton, make me a perception check.
and I will do that with my fancy new dice I haven't showed you yet.
Whoa.
Ooh.
Bring them closer. Bring them closer.
I try, but then they get like invisible because they're magic.
Green screen. Green screen.
Ooh.
Try. See?
We saw it a little bit.
There it is. Ah! Okay, no. Okay,
Struggle is real.
let's see how bad these new dice fail me. Oh yeah, awful. What'd you say?
Perception. You just got to beat a 10.
Oh, I got it. I
You
rolled a
beat it.
4.
You met it, so you got that going for you. You do reach your hand into your bag, and there is an extra book in there that you don't remember having.
God damn it, these people. They're always trying to get me more work. It's like I didn't do it the first time. I'm not going to do it the 7th. I'll pull out the book, but like I'm like throwing crap out of my bag. I'm gonna hand the scroll with hex on it to Amariel. And be like, this might help you really hurt the things you don't like. And then
Oh,
and because you like to tell people things, I will give the scroll of command to oh my god, I'm like blanking. Words are to Errol.
Okay.
I was like, I just said the A name, but there's another one. And be like,
boy.
here.
Thank you very much.
I'd be like,
Paintbrush would not be able to use them because they are not a magic user, but
and yeah, then the other 2 I might just sell later on.
okay.
And then I'm gonna start looking at this weird book.
It has the symbol on it. It is the book that your professor showed you guys.
Oh, it's a book with the weird symbol you all have. Damn it. I will ritual cast comprehend languages because I don't want to like reference other books because I'm too lazy.
So you do sit down at the table, you ritual cast. It still doesn't enlighten you on this book. It is a forgotten language.
Oh, look, I tried. I can't read it. Guess my work here is done for the day.
But as you do flip through it a little bit, you do see that symbol a couple of times, and then you do see it as part of a list of 5 symbols that are kind of in it's not quite a star shape, like it's a little off. And let me look at the map close here. The top, I know my directions, right symbol does say Belmorel next to it. That is the one thing that you can actually read.
I found a word in the book. It says Belmorel. I did things. I participated. I need a break. Does anybody want to like take a look?
Yeah, I will definitely take a look. So now we know that there was some tower, correct?
There
That-
are 2 Mage Towers that are on the continent.
Okay. Where do we know that Belmorel from? Have we heard that?
That is the name of
before?
the city you're in.
That is okay. Good to know. The apparently someone's brain's not working either. Okay, yeah. So it's in a language we don't recognize? The book
It's
is?
in a language that comprehend languages doesn't recognize. He was able to read the one town name because
Just- it's where we
Yeah.
are. Okay. Can I take a look and try to decipher it and see if I can figure out what it is? If it's not like a language, if is it some kind of cipher or something like that?
make an investigation check.
Okay, so let's do this correct this time. Because I think with an investigation check, I think I have an extra D4.
And can
Yes.
I give him the help action by ritualing casting Identify on the book?
Sure.
Plus a D4. Yeah. All right. So right now it's a 21.
Oh, just a 21.
I rolled a 1 on the D4. it was a 4. I have a +6 to investigation. So
Fair.
You roll with advantage?
no, I did not.
Because I gave you
Yeah,
help action.
Yeah, he
Okay.
gave help action.
Let me roll. Yeah, that we'll take the 21 because that second roll was a 3. Thank you.
I tried.
Something quick. All right. So from looking at it and seeing that the one point does say Belmoral and has the jagged spiral symbol, you can safely extrapolate that this is a map of some sort. You're unsure the scale of it, so you're not like you could place it over a map of Artena, but unless you have the correct scale, you'll just have a ballpark of where the other points are. And as you finish ritually casting Identify, Trent, you do get a faint. I always forget the magic schools. No, not magic school bus.
Beep, beep.
Hogwarts. Conjuration, evocation, abjuration, divination, necromancy, illusion, enchantment.
You do get a very light it's more of a coppery color than a gold, but you do recognize it as a school of transmutation.
It has essences of transmutation.
Oh wait, that's detect magic that shows you the schools. I'm sorry.
Well, I can do that too.
You can do that too.
Identify is I choose an object. If it has magic item or some other magical imbued, you learn its properties and how to use them, whether it requires attunement, how many charges. You learn whether any spells are affecting the item and what they are. If the item was created by a spell, you learn what spell created it.
Okay.
And I will also ritual cast detect magic just to get that out of the way.
Yeah, so you do get the slight transmutation thing for that, and then when you do the Identify, it has I have too many notes and I need to find it.
All the notes.
I did not expect you to do this, so
That's
You
okay.
gave me
me.
gave me an unknown book
Give us a book.
that I couldn't that I can comprehend languages, I can detect magic, I can identify. I'm gonna do all three when I can't read it.
So
What
you
harm ever came from reading a
do
book?
detect that there is a spell that has been placed on this book. It is not in and of itself magical. But it is a similar spell to Flesh to Stone, but it's flesh to paper.
Am I holding the book?
Yes.
I drop it, I go, ew, it's made of people. I don't like it. I don't like it.
It's not necessarily people, it's just flesh.
It's made of people. I don't like it. I don't like it.
Yeah, Errol will definitely pick it. This is not weird. I will definitely pick up the book.
Yeah, it's made of people, Errol. Don't touch it. It's gross. Please wash your hands.
I buried like 2 people yesterday. We'll be okay. It's all right. I buried 2 people last night.
I'm
It's fine.
already ritual hazing create bonfire to throw the book into it.
I kind of just like hold up. Just give us a minute. So to break it down, so we know that it's some kind of map, and we have points on the map, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay, and we know one of the points is Belmorel.
Yes.
Okay, and so we can see how many different points do we have? Do we know?
There's 5 points.
Okay.
It's not quite a star, like it's kind of a lopsided, smushed star.
Okay. All right. Is Belmorel in the center, or is it just part of the entire symbol?
It is the top right point of this almost a
Okay,
star.
that's right. Top right. Okay.
It almost looks like somebody had begun to extrapolate that it was a map and
Mhm.
put the one point that they had figured out, but you're unsure outside of the fact that you all keep being shown this symbol,
Mhm.
why Belmoral is where it is being pointed to.
Okay. All right.
I don't know where I lost you. It's made of people. Why do you keep touching it?
I don't want to get turned into people.
No, it's like people got turned into the book.
Yeah, I know.
Evil.
Yeah, I know. So to kind of recap everything we have, we're being attacked by one of the groups of thieves in town.
One of the rogue groups on the continent.
Okay,
They
one of the
span
rogue
across the
groups.
continent.
Yep. One of the rogue groups is attacking us. We have at least one person with a tattoo of the symbol. I have a charm with the symbol on it.
Amariel
then-
has the stem symbol
That's right.
that has not started to decay or wilt at all.
Mm-hmm. And then Paintbrush, what was your dream again? What happened in Paintbrush's dream? Do we remember?
I was shown the symbol.
Okay.
Oh yeah. So there's 4 towers. Theodosia said 4 temples to investigate. The temples were here before the gods were. Oh wow. I just remembered. Real life and in game.
This is like pure cinematic movie. It's like, oh yeah, and I know who killed everyone. Can I tell you guys?
Okay.
And he said to make sure Trenton stays good.
I
And that was-
object. No. He doesn't know me.
Don't know.
What do you
He knows
mean?
something.
Mhm.
He was not invited.
Who even invited you?
He doesn't even go here.
So more than likely, are we getting the feeling that we have to kind of end up going to one of these places, or do we think one of these places is here?
Give me a general intelligence check.
I'm just gonna point this out there. I'm like,
14.
if we're at one point and there's 4 places to go to, maybe they make up the other points.
That's my guess.
And that's me giving him the help action.
All right, roll an advantage.
Oh, dirty 20.
There we go. Does get you a little bit more information than the 14 would, absolutely.
Mhm.
Paintbrush had mentioned 4 temples. There are 5 points,
Mhm.
but since the symbol keeps on happening and the symbol was shown to him in accordance with these 4 temples, it's reasonable to believe that the point that is here in Belmoral, at the very least, probably holds the temple that has the symbol.
Yep. Mhm.
If you can find it. And then let's see, on a dirty 20, you figure that the reason that there's 5 points is that after you've hit 4 of them that have the temples, there is something else at the 5th point that is unknown right now. But it's reasonable to assume that
There's something
these
here
are
for us.
the temples
Okay.
that Theodosis was talking about.
So there's something here, or there's something here to find. We don't have to wander off someplace to go looking for something.
At least the first point, more than
Yeah.
likely, you do not need to leave now.
Okay. Okay. So would we understand where, because the general is helping the people try to get out of the Underdark where a bunch of bad stuff is happening.
Yes.
I'm
And he's
so-
in league with the ghost knives.
Yep. And I left a spot for a dead drop for the general if they wanted to talk to us, and don't think we've been back there to check that. Right?
Oh yeah, because you left him a note about having a
Yep.
dead drop spot, right?
Yeah.
Well, you do also have Trenton's contacts within the
Okay.
ghost knives
Okay.
from the fighting ring.
Yep.
Paintbrush has at his disposal people to talk to at the academy as well as the libraries there.
Well, yeah, I guess we'll look at Paintbrush and Trenton and say, do you have a direction that we want that we should go? It looks like both of you have a bit of a different options to figure out possibly a location to the temple. Should we talk to some people in the college, or should we go talk to Trenton's contacts and see if we can figure out where this things are going on in the Underdark?
Like I'm fine with whatever the group's doing. Let's just go with least amount of work.
Did I remember, did Steph Sarah? I haven't talked to her after I asked her about the symbol yet, huh? So I'm
Nope, she did you actually deliver the book that you went to go get to her, or no?
I
Because you got
think-
Bob the Bugbear settled in at the academy, but we did not cover if you took the book to her.
Oh, I don't know.
I
I
would
don't
like
think so.
Paintbrush. I would like Paintbrush to lead us on an adventure.
Oh no, you did get it to her because, or you at least messaged her about it because it is in a language you speak.
Oh,
But-
yeah. And
yeah.
so she said she was gonna get back to me if anything interesting was in it, right?
Yes, that's right. You did get it to her.
Mm.
Remembering things from weeks ago is hard. Because yes, it was in Undercommon. That's right.
Yeah.
And Undercommon is the language spoke in the Underdark. So that could also have something to do with what the general's looking into.
I'm gonna write Sub-Zero on my paper. Hey, how are you? Hope your day's going well. Did anything interesting come about that book? And did you learn anything about the symbol? Love you.
Love you, goodbye.
It does take about 5 minutes for her to respond. But she does respond. We have begun translating it. Mostly it seems to be a book from about 300 years ago. And an order within the academy when it was first founded that was dedicated to the blind crone. And they're kind of almost the founding fathers of what we have today. And so far we have found some passages that talk about conversations that have been had with denizens of the Underdark. We haven't gotten far enough into them to fully understand what it means. Tell me, have you had any words with a General Nolstrom?
Man,
Yeah. That's the guy we tried
That
robbing,
you broke,
right?
yeah, you broke into his place.
Mhm.
Didn't take all the stuff because you figured out maybe he's actually not a bad guy.
I took a lot, thank you. I have a spell book with spells I have no way of casting and a pretty pink crystal.
Yeah, we may have heard about him. Our paths haven't crossed quite yet.
I advise that you speak to him and his ahem. She actually like writes out ahem contacts. And report back to me what you hear.
Okie dokie. And I'm gonna put. There was another thing we want. Oh, have you heard of any temples in Artena?
Well, there are many temples in Artena to the various gods. I assume you mean a specific one?
Yeah, the one about, and then I'm gonna draw the little symbol on my paper.
Yes, the symbol does appear to be coming up. There is one spot that has it in this book, but it 1 second, and like it's another about 5-10 minute wait. Like she's actually looking at the book for something or part of a translation, and she's like, yes, I just had somebody translate this little bit for me. It says that the blind crone was shown a vision of this symbol, but never figured out what it was before she ascended.
Okie dokie. Thank you. Love you. Bye.
Bye.
And I'm gonna repeat everything to my friends and how Sefzira recommended speaking with Nordstrom and his ally.
Okay. Means Trenton, I think you're up.
Fine, like we can get to the school. But
We
like
need
things
ghost
to remember
knives,
that are
don't
like
we?
super important. Don't bring up homework. Don't bring up exams. Don't bring up attendance policy. Always stop for coffee.
Trenton, roll me a d4 quick.
Will my shiny new dice betray me again? Possibly. 2.
You do not have a class today, so you're good there.
Don't bring up skipping classes. And then like we can go talk to like that one professor who like knew the symbol and see like what he says.
Or do we want to just find out from your contacts and ghost about to just meet with General Nolstrom, or should we do the symbols first? It's up to you. What do you think would be easiest?
I'm like whatever the group wants. I don't like making decisions.
I
That way
just
it's not
asked,
my fault.
I asked which was easier. Do you think it's easier to go to your contacts and get a hold of General Nolstrom? Is it easier to go see your professor?
Probably easier to go see a professor because they're all like, come visit us during office hours. It's a way to show you actually care about your education.
And then I will start walking toward the college and kind of smack him on the back and says, see, take the easiest way out. Let's go.
I start trying to figure out the best escape routes.
Question, is the drop on our way? Because maybe we could take a roundabout to see
Yeah.
if we can check and see if there's been any word back.
Yeah, it's in the same general area as the well that
Mhm.
Errol visited. The bridge is like the bridge over to that section is in front of the well, and then that's one of the directions you can take to get to the Institute of Wizardry.
Okay. Let's before we get there, I'd like to kind of scope it out and see if someone is watching the spot, if at all possible. We're just gonna kind of like about like a block away from where the drop is. I'm just gonna kind of poke around and kind of let everyone know what I'm doing. I'm like, let's just stay back for a minute and check it out and see if anyone sees anyone waiting. And then if we can kind of sneak up and check the drop. That would be helpful.
I could like scout ahead.
Yeah, that'd be great.
I scout ahead. I go
And-
stealthily.
And I will
All right, roll
cast
me a stealth
guidance
check.
and guidance if possible.
Do you stay still long enough for him to cast guidance on you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna use my portent because this die has betrayed me again.
You do also have inspiration from Maria.
Ooh, I will keep the inspiration for now, but because I'm just gonna use a portent. So that'll be a 22 total.
Okay, yeah, you stealth ahead fairly easily. Nothing seems out of place or like anybody's waiting for you. There's nobody anywhere near the dead drop besides people that are just casually walking in pairs or alone across the bridge, but nobody's paying a special attention to where the dead drop is.
I'll just cast message because it's too much effort to walk back. It's fine. Like no one's here like lurking and shit.
All right, let's go. I know, kind of walk up and let's pick it up and see what we find. See if anything note has been left.
There is a note, but it is not from General Nolstrom. The note that you had left in there is no longer there.
Mhm.
But the message is from Hurt.
Yep.
And says, well, seems you're on the right track. Come find me when you're ready.
Oh my God.
In either guise.
Yeah.
She could have just sent a message. What time of day is it?
It's
early.
mid-morning. It's like 9-10 a.m. equivalent.
Okay, let's try and go find the fortune teller hut because she's not going to be at the fight club yet.
Let's go.
Roll a let's make it a survival check to see if you would know where to find her.
12. It gave me a 2, a 4, and now an 8. It's not rolling higher than single digits. This is upsetting. I will return you. You are still within the return policy.
Let me roll my fancy new dice that is so fucking heavy in my hand. Hooray, metal dice. I rolled on top of other dice and not in the actual tray.
It's being supported by other dice.
I would say that even with that, you would know that around this time she would usually have set up in the Italos market, back where the Wacky Mole Tavern is. There's a spot near For Real that you know she likes to hang out so that she can make faces at the animals in the window.
Let's go to the pet store.
Off we go.
I've been waiting for you guys to go to the pet store. So you make your way back in the direction you just came from.
So much walking. I'm not a fan.
And with your passive perception, Errol, you don't see hurt, but in her normal spot, you do see a blind beggar that curiously is there on days that hurt is not.
Curious. So weird. All right. Let's kind of settle. We'll kind of walk up, and I'm assuming the beggar has some kind of cup out.
Yes.
Yeah. We'll drop a silver in the cup, and then kind of sit down next to him.
I'm not going to roll the heavy dice again because
Cause it's heavy.
it is heavy. She looks right at you, but you do still see the fog of blindness, but you feel the weight of her regard.
Mm-hmm.
Do you all seek me out for a reason? Or are you just here to see the pets? And she kind of taps on the glass, and a little weasel runs up and like starts scratching at the glass where her finger is.
Well, we're trying to be on the right track, and I think Hurt and Nolstrom have can help us on that track. So we're trying to meet up.
Ah, yes.
I'll lean over to Amara and be like, I don't get it. If she's blind, how does she see the animals?
I just like hold my head. There's
Like
other senses than sight.
But if they're on the other side of the glass, she can't smell them, she can't taste them, she can't touch them.
There's one more.
Okay, like you can hear it, but you're just hearing like screeching sound and howls. It's not that cute.
Well, I mean, when you don't have one, you have to rely on others. I mean, that's what. Look, there were some like weird classes where I went to school, and like that was one of them, and you had to find your way out of like this maze forest without one of your senses. It was very difficult, but at least there were like 5 of us that like all had like a different one taken away. It was a very convoluted thing.
Sounds traumatic. Let's not dive into that. And then I go start playing with like one of the puppies in the window.
Yep, there's a little, it looks almost beagle-like, but slightly off from what us in the real world would see, like extra long ears, and the feet definitely look like they're going to grow into something much bigger.
I will Mage Hand to give it chinny scratches.
It like nuzzles air and is confused, but keeps doing it.
They are pretty cute though.
Who's that good boy? Who's that good boy? Yes, you are. You're gonna eat so many bad monsters when you get bigger.
To you, Errol, the blind beggar says, if you seek answers that General Nolstrom has, I would suggest stepping into the shop here and speaking with Tai, the owner, and see what she has to say. And then she gets up and walks away like she's got a cane to like feel, but she's not like, you can tell that she's not actually blind by how she's walking faster than you would expect, and like avoids walking into a person that's looking down at their book. And
All right. And then I kind of relate to the group that I think if we head inside, we'll talk to the owner. I think they'll have something for us.
So you do walk in, and for anybody that hasn't been into the pet store, I'm sure at least Paintbrush has been in a couple times. Ty is a human woman that's about 5'6". She's got shockingly bright red hair, pale skin, blue eyes. She wears these really thick, like Coke bottle glasses that make her eyes seem like they take up the entire glasses. And she rushes forward and she's like, "Oh, are you here to make a friend? Hello, Paintbrush. Are you here to play with the cats?"
Yeah. I'm gonna play with the cats while they do their thing.
Yeah. We spoke to our friend out front. They said you would have some answers in regards to Nolstrom.
She looks around the store and there is one other customer at this point, and she's all like, "Oh, the weasels, that's what you want to look at, yes?" And takes you more towards the front of the store, the other customers towards the back. And she kind of whispers, and she's all like, "So the ghost knife sent you, huh?"
I kind of just nod.
She says, "We've been showing some interest in you all. And we believe that you can help us with some of our goals. We've reached out to help you, and by the way, that was very well done in Nolstrom's study with, I mean, a few things that he doesn't need were taken, but it is what it is." But you did not give the main amount of knowledge we had away. And for
No.
that,
Go ahead.
we can tell you more. General Nolstrom is currently out of town on a mission, I guess you could say. That sounds a little more serious and real than it is, but he's, out of town.
Is he on vacation? I feel like he took a vacation. Because when you say it, it doesn't sound as good. And it kind of sounds like a little reckless, kind of rude, with political strife and shit. But he went on vacation. I respect that.
He's, mission is close enough. What is it that you wish to speak of to him or learn? Maybe I can help.
I kind of show the symbol. We've been seeing this, and we know that there's been some problems underneath the city, and we think it's related to several other points around Artena, and we'd like to start where we are and kind of investigate the problems that have been occurring. And so this is kind of our first stop, and the problem is we don't know enough to know what we're looking for. But I think we will. I'll pull out the people book.
Oh,
our flesh book.
I pull it out, but it's made of people. Don't touch it.
Yeah.
It's kind of gross.
And so we've found all these breadcrumbs that have been leading us essentially to here. And I think your group is the only one that knows enough to possibly lead us to where we can kind of discover more. That's about all we have right now.
Roll me a persuasion check.
Oh, buddy. I didn't drink enough this morning for that.
Can I help?
Sure. How are you going to help?
I'm just gonna say, look, we just want to look for lost things, and
You're gonna stop letting me talk.
things are gonna get a lot worse than they are gonna get better here. But if we get ahead of this, I'm sure you'll be rewarded if anything good happens.
Go ahead and roll an advantage for the persuasion now.
Yeah,
No.
it's 10. That's 10.
Wait,
You
wait,
all
wait.
got-
Hold on. What
you
was the highest one you got?
Let me check real quick. Let me go back up. Not that button, you doofus. This one. Yeah, it was an 11 because I have a -1.
No, I was never. I did not foresee this going well. Just kidding.
No,
Your
Y'all-
-1 has deterred me from seeing a different future.
yeah, y'all got to stop letting me talk.
She
I have a
kind of
-2.
Oh God, that's right. Oh God, Lustin's not here. Mario, please, please, take over.
Yep.
Jeez, take over. I hand the flesh book, and I'm like, I don't know what we're doing. I
It's
don't know.
okay. You're trying.
I don't know what we're doing.
our not charismatic Vidalkin likes to talk to people.
God, it's so bad. It's so bad.
Steve, you just did get inspiration from Maria as well.
Oh, bless you, Marie. Bless you.
If you would like to roll that to add to the persuasion, I will let you.
That's a
D6 is what you
a
get to add.
D6. Okay, let's add a D6. Give me something. Oh God, that's a 6. Thank God. That gets us to, at least it gets us to a 16.
So she kind of is hemming and hawing, and then one of the weasels does run up and start to nuzzle your hand. And she's like, if the weasels like you, I guess I can give in a little. And she points to the symbol on the book and says, this has been seen at a meeting point. A meeting point where General Nolstrom is currently.
Okay.
She pulls out a piece of paper and draws a crude map, like, here's Belmoral, and it's like about maybe half a day's walk outside of Belmoral, just a little bit farther, I know directions, east, northeast from the city, at a gentle pace. And she says, if you look in the grove of trees here, or, if you run into Nolstrom on his way back, he can probably lead you back there. And you will find it in a cave.
Okay, so there's a cave near a grove of trees. Is that what I'm getting from that?
Yes.
Okay.
And as she's talking, the weasel does crawl up your arm and like drape across your shoulders.
I'm going to pet myself a weasel.
She looks curiously and she's like, that one rarely actually likes people.
Not
Give you a
exactly
discount,
people.
1 silver.
Oh,
Take
no.
this little weasel off my hands.
Oh, no. Too adorable. Can't be responsible if something happens to the weasel.
He's only 1 silver. Chance
don't
of a
need it.
lifetime.
I now have a weasel.
I support bad choices.
And I hand the silver over with a sigh. Does the weasel have a name?
I've just been calling this one asshole, but you can name him whatever you like. He likes to knock stuff over when I'm not looking. He gets out of his cage well more than I like. But
All right.
he's been calmer since you've walked over here. So I think it's a good fit.
All right, Phil Collins, let's go.
What other pets are
How
in
dare you do
here,
that to
by
Phil
the way?
Collins?
Huh? What other animals are there?
Yeah.
There's quite a few cats, mostly kittens. There's the one dog that looks kind of beagle-like, but looks like it's going to get huge. There are a couple of what look like dachshund puppies, a few other puppies. There's one other weasel. There is... Let me roll on this table.
Oh man, there's a pet table.
There is a monkey in the back corner that is a very hairy monkey that looks like it actually belongs in the cold, unlike most monkeys.
Is it the monkeys that love hot tubs? Is it that monkey? You all know what monkey I'm talking about.
Yeah, the baboons that go in the hot springs.
They make
It's a
snowballs.
hairier baboon.
They make snowballs and go into hot springs.
Mm-hmm.
And then there is a songbird in a cage. Otherwise, it's mostly cats and dogs. Like there's a mastiff or 3. There might be what looks like a squirrel in with the weasels.
I kind of want to see the one that looks like the beagle, the big ears, and looks like it's gonna get pretty big. Kind of want to go up, see what that puppy dog is like. See what
He
he's
is
doing.
also up towards the front, so he's like just off to the side of the weasels up in the front window. And you go over, and there's
The mage hand is still
What
giving
words
chinny
does this-
scratches. The mage hand is still giving chinny scratches. It has not stopped.
You can reach over. It's like one of those glass dividers that it's just not quite big enough to jump out of, but you can reach in and kind of scratch their head, and you get lots of licks on the hand. And she's like, yes, this is Birdie. Birdie is adorable. He is 1 gold because he is a special breed. I mean, a traveler came through and he had this puppy, and he said he didn't really know what to do with it. So he's like, here, sell it. And I kind of got it for like nothing. So I'm not really sure what he's going to grow into. But
sure. I'll take him.
excellent. And he does have like a little collar on with a little tag that says Birdie. And she like opens the glass, and Birdie jumps down, and she puts a leash on him, and she's like, here you go, and takes the gold from you. And Birdie is super excited and like keeps rushing for the door, like, I want to go outside and play, go outside and play, go outside and play.
Yeah, I'm just be like, all right, you're coming with me now. You don't have to be in these little cages. You should be all out and free. Yes, you should. You're the cutest little birdie. And I'm just gonna like just love up on the dog.
And you do hear the songbird from the back say, bye-bye, Birdie.
So like everyone's just adopting animals. Like, do you all know that you need to like feed it, wash it?
I used to have a bunch of animals at home.
Great.
I'm not happy about
Fantastic.
this. I'm not happy. About this.
Fantastic.
She does give you about a month's worth of rations for the weasel, because it's like hardly anything that the weasel needs, and so it's like just a little bag. And she gives you treats for the dog and 10 days of rations for the dog.
Cool. I'll buy enough where like things won't go bad, but I'll have enough for like if we travel
There
or
you go.
whatever. So but yeah, I'm very excited to see. Can I make a check to figure out like what this
roll
breed
me
is or what kind of creature?
Roll me an animal handling check.
Okay. Not the best. I'm gonna have to get proficiency in it someday now. But that's a good roll. 16 for a 15.
This is gonna be excellent. You have seen a dog similar to this in the Feywild.
Oh, no.
You're like where I'm from.
And he jumps up and barks and licks and like he keeps on sniffing you and like getting really excited so he can smell the Feywild on you.
It's nice to have a reminder of home. We're gonna have a lot of fun.
And if you would like to head out immediately, you can. Otherwise, you can do a little bit more shopping in town if you need to, or stop and talk to people before you head out to the northeast.
Okay. It's me and my weasel.
Good choice with that. Like, our really wonderful choice. Fantastic.
Oh,
And I'm just
Kristen,
gonna
I hate
poof
you so much.
my little familiar on my shoulder, and be like, "Who doesn't poop in public places? You don't," and then poof him back out.
Okay. Does anybody need anything from town before we head out? I think we have some rations. I think I have
Uh-huh.
things like that.
I think I have enough. I should be fine.
Yeah. Yeah, we have plenty of rations. Paintbrush, any place you need to go? Trenton, any place you need to stop?
Nope, I got plenty of paint for the road. I think I'll be okay.
I got Russians. I think I'm good.
Okay. I think DM, we're gonna head out of town
All right.
with my weasel.
Do you want to stop and leave a note for Lustin at
Yes,
the farm magician?
absolutely.
So you walk in and Cobnas is like, "Oh, what is that you have there?"
Oh,
And he
lady,
kind of reaches up and scritches the weasel's chin and is like, "You're adorable. I'll let you stay."
Codnas, we're gonna leave a note for Lesson upstairs. Do you want the weasel to hang out with you, or do you want me to take them with me?
Roll an animal handling check.
Yeah, I don't even know if that baby's gonna want to go anyplace. Oh no, that's a 10.
That's what you needed. He continues to scritch the weasel's chin,
Mhm.
and as you kind of extend your arm over to Cobnas's shoulder, he does crawl down onto Cobnas's shoulder. I'm gonna have him roll animal handling quick. That's cocked. He got a giant 5.
Uh-oh.
So the weasel kind of like crawls up on his head and like is digging in his hair, and he's like, ah. You're lucky you're cute. I'll hold on to him. I don't think he'll do good out there in the wilderness.
So that's
And
my
he-
problem. Because to back up, I played Fallout 3, and you get a dog in Fallout 3, and the dog can die. So all I did is keep the dog alive, and I kept it at my house because I was so scared that the dog was going to die. So now there's a weasel. There's a little adorable weasel that I got, and I knew it was going to go in the pet store. I knew this was going to happen.
I'm gonna do a letter, and I'm gonna write it to like the faculty member that like knew about the symbol, and be like, "Hey, kind of exploring the symbol. I'm sure there's like practical days that we can do to not like show up in class. Please disseminate this to the rest of the faculty. Bye."
Love you, bye.
Did you go to the school for that, or did you say you?
I'm just saying like a messenger.
Oh, a messenger. Okay. You do know that if you are taking a short leave, that you can let administration know, and they will keep track of the classes you need to make up.
Jokes on them.
I gotta roll something for the weasel now because that'll just be fun.
No, you don't.
Okay,
Weasel
okay.
can be safe.
How
Weasel can
severe
just be
are his
safe here.
rabies?
I was just rolling to see how into stuff he gets, but he actually rolled an 18. So he's actually being pretty well behaved.
Oh, thank God.
But he
All right.
does find like a cabinet to curl up on. And so you
Okay.
just like leave the food and you're like, yeah.
Okay. Leave a note for Leston. And
Leave the weasel.
please stay safe, Weasel. I love you. I know we only know each other for a couple minutes, but I love you. All right.
And roll an Arcana check for me quick, Amariel.
Okay.
Now that you've been around the dog a little bit.
Casting guidance.
Oh, thank you. I'm gonna need it.
I know what the magic dog
Hey,
does.
that was a 3. That's on my guidance roll, not the actual roll. Hold on. What are my modifiers? Arcana. 12 plus 3, 15, 16.
You do recognize that there is Blink Dog in this dog, but you don't think that it's fully a Blink Dog. So you're not sure if it actually can blink or not.
It's just like a blurry dog. Like it just kind of blurs. It blurs a little bit, and then it's like it's good.
Nice.
All right. And with that, any last minute things before heading out of town for anybody else?
No, I
I'm
already
good.
got suckered into a weasel. I'm good.
So you do walk out of town with what you've got on your backs then. I'm pretty sure everybody kind of carries all the important stuff with them anyway. So and you set out through, there's like a northern gate that is the easiest access to get out towards that direction, and you head in a northeasterly direction. Would anybody in the party, roll a nature check for me, please?
I have a +4. Has anyone got anything better?
+5.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh,
I will
wow.
cast. What's paintbrush? What do you have?
Oh no, mine's just a +1. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna be good at this, and everyone's modifier is huge.
It's based on. It's
in
based on
nature's like
intelligence.
that is a tree.
Yeah, it's based on
A
intelligence.
poisonous
For
tree.
some reason, I will cast guidance on Trenton. I don't know if that works, so feel free to tell me to get bent. If I'm like cast guidance, like no, it's a general check. I don't know if that works or not.
I mean, as long as it's a cantrip, I know it's an action to cast it, so
It
it's
is.
kind of like you've got to catch them before they actually do
Okay.
it.
Makes sense.
But I'm pretty sure it's a cantrip, so it's
It
whatever.
is.
Without it, 18. With it, 21.
Okay, yeah, you're able to fairly easily pick out a trail in the direction that you're going. It is like a minor road, not like anything that's going to somewhere, but like one of those little side roads that heads off in the general direction that you need to go. You do see you see ahead of you that there is what looks to be a small caravan headed in that direction. And they seem to have stopped for something, but you're not sure what.
Can I do a perception check?
You can.
Yay.
Yeah. Can I kind of do the help action with that and kind of kind of take a look and see what's going on?
Yeah, with
and
your
kind of slow
passive
down?
perception, you're probably gonna see what he sees anyway.
I rolled a 25.
Oh, so that is better than his passive. So
Thank
yeah, with
you.
passive, you do look there, Errol, and you do kind of see some like figures standing around it. With the 25 Trenton, you do see
A mimic.
1 second. uh you see some furry shapes. You are far enough away that you can't quite make out what those shapes are, but it does appear that the people in the caravan are trying to fend them off.
Does it look like the people in the caravan are like, oh no, stay away, or like, we will get you?
It's very much just defensive, and like you can see some people that are huddled back in one of the wagons, and there's a couple of men around it that have pitchforks, and that's it.
Oh, I'm like, I think they're in trouble.
Yeah, just start running towards them once Trenton kind of starts explaining that. Pull my spear and
Oh,
kind of
okay,
run forward.
I'll
I
go
guess
help.
we're going.
3.
And I yell
Okay, it
back,
is
remember, you
about-
do stuff at range anyway, you'll be fine. Now you can
That's
see,
why I'm not running, I'm briskly moving.
and you'll be
Yeah,
able
it's
to
a-
see this time.
about a oh yeah, there's nobody here to cast fog cloud.
Yeah.
Oh, so yeah, it's about 100 feet and maybe even 120 feet in front of where you all are. And on that note, since Kat is back, I'm really bad at time because she knows this. But we're gonna go and take about a 5-10 minute break. Stick around and see what they might be fighting.
Will I hit something? Who knows? But now I can't blame fog.
Yay.
when we left off, our adventurers, I can talk, I swear. Words are hard, y'all. Had left Belmorel to journey northeast in search of a cave in which the jagged spiral symbol that keeps showing up has been spotted by the ghost knives. And General Nolstrom is currently there on some unspecified meeting. And they may meet him there or on his way back. But as they begin to walk towards this cave, they come upon a caravan ahead of them that appears to be being attacked. Errol, with your passive perception, as you get a little closer, you do see that it is 3 brown bears that are attacking this caravan.
Bears are so cute.
You see,
bears.
before we roll initiative, you do see one of the men with the pitchforks kind of try and jab at one of them, and the bear with its claws just knocks it out of his hands and gets a good gouge in his hand at that moment. And let us roll initiative. I will call out when I would like the number for you so that I don't get confused.
Did we get the same one?
All right. Amariel.
11.
Errol.
My brain just went blank. Like I was like staring at it. Mine's an 11.
Paintbrush.
22.
And Trenton.
11.
Oh, wow.
All right, we're gonna go Amariel, Errol, Trenton, just for ease. One of the bears got an 11.
I will make him my animal companion.
All
friend.
the 11s.
All right, so first up is Paintbrush.
Oh.
Since you started running beforehand, you probably are about 80 feet away from everything right now. So you can probably get up to them if you dash.
Yes, I'm going to dash. Run, run, run. I think that I'd like to use a key point to do patient defense.
Okay.
I'm really squishy, and that's my turn.
You'll be fine.
Oh yeah, but with dash you do make it up to them because dash doubles your movement speed, so you do make the full 80 feet.
Yay! Nice.
So yeah, the patient defense as a bonus action works. All right. Next up is bear number 1. And bear number 1 is the one that had knocked the pitchfork out of the dude's hand. He's going to make another swipe at him since he hasn't really noticed y'all yet. That's a natural 1. So he goes to do a multi-tack. And so the first one misses. Let me find a new dice. The second one just hits. And that is Only 3 points of damage. So dude with pitchfork gets a little gutted, but he's still up. And that will bring us to Amariel.
Yeah, I guess I'm just running up there. I've let me double check, but yeah, I only have a 30-foot move speed, so it's just gonna take my action to dash, and then geez, I guess if I like just with like a bonus free action, I'll just try to make noise to get it to try and go away from whatever it's attacking. If
Make
possible.
Yeah, there.
a
Yeah.
intimidation check.
Okay.
Or performance, whichever is better.
They're the exact same, and that's 23.
Oh, yeah. So as you see this bear attacking this man, you make noise and kind of roar at it. But suitably intimidating, and it does draw the bear's attention away from the people of the caravan. And that puts us at Errol.
I was gonna move my full 30 feet movement up to them, so I'm at least start
Yep.
moving closer.
Yeah, you'll be 50 feet away.
Okay. Okay, so I'm 50 feet now, and we're gonna do first level guiding bolts at the bear that is closest to paintbrush.
All right, go ahead and roll it.
It's gonna be a 16 to hit.
That does hit.
Oh, okay, let's roll some damage. Roll them dice. 16 damage, and so next person that attacks will attack at advantage for that bear.
All right. And that brings us to Trenton, unless you have anything else you'd like to do. Errol.
Oh, sorry, no. I'm going to not pull out these. No, I didn't. Nope. There's nothing I'm going to do on.
All right.
Because I cast a full one. Yep. Good.
And since you were just walking briskly, you're still about 100 feet away, Trenton.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm gonna walk briskly again, which gets me within 90 feet, and I'm gonna hit the same one with chromatic orb.
The one that Errol just hit?
Yeah. So
All
it's
right.
with advantage. 24 to hit.
That
And I choose.
You, Pikachu.
Let's go with acid damage.
okay.
Yeah.
3d8
Pull it up.
acid damage. Pew. Pew. 13 acid damage.
He's looking a little rough. And then that brings us to the bear that was just hit. Since he has been hit twice and sees the people that are now running up, he's going to go for paintbrush. Let me remind myself what patient defense does.
Disadvantage on all attack rolls.
They attack at disadvantage.
Yeah. That is still a 18 to hit.
That hits.
And he's going to take 2 swipes at you because he's doing multi-attack. The second one is only a 10. I don't think that hits.
No.
You do take 10 points of damage, though.
There we go. 10 damage.
And that'll bring us to bear number 3's turn. Let me see. We're gonna roll this one. He is going to keep striking at the driver of the caravan that he is going for. Nope, that still hits. That still hits. Rolled a 7, but it's high enough. Second one also hits. I'm afeared that the driver's gonna go down. Oh, no. Rolled 2 1s and 2 2s on 46.
Oh no.
Fine. So bear number 3 does swipe out at the driver and does get his arm and the reins of the mules in his grasp, and he kind of pulls, and it brings the closest mule to him down to its knees and like rips open the arm of the driver. And that'll bring us back to the top with Paintbrush.
I am going to claw back at the one that just attacked me.
All right.
Claw attack. 23 to hit.
23 definitely hits.
Claw attack. 8 damage.
And that is enough to take that bear out. The other 2 are at full health, however.
I am.
How does it look when you take this bear out?
I don't want him to suffer, so just a claw strike. I was gonna say across the throat, but I feel like he'd just bleed out and it'd be horrible. Temple shot, just right to the temple.
Right into the brain? Okay.
Yeah.
So you as you're all getting closer, you do see Paintbrush swipe out at this bear after it's been hit a few times and just sink his claws into its head and kind of gets unstuck for a second in the skull as it starts to fall and like shakes a little bit, and the bear finally falls off of his claws dead on the ground.
Like, oh god, stuck in my head.
And that brings us to bear number 1. He is now going to go after Paintbrush after seeing him take down his friend. You are no longer. Oh wait, did you want to do a bonus? Anything?
Yeah, I wanted to, because that first hit really hurt. I want to do Step of the Wind to disengage.
You're not in melee with any of the other bears. It was just that one.
Oh, okay. Well, I am going to run 30 feet back from. Still want to be within a 30-foot range of one of the bears.
Okay.
But I'm running back, and that's it.
All right. So this bear, with its 40 feet of movement, runs up to you and is gonna take 2 more claw attacks. That's a natural 1. That one is not gonna hit. He kind of swipes at you and stumbles a little bit and like tries to come up with his other claw to hit you the second time. That'll be a 12? No, 14. 14 to hit. Nope.
Nope.
So the stumble disoriented him just enough that as he tries to claw towards your stomach that you're able to suck it in. And he misses. And that will bring us to Amaria.
All right, so I'm going to use my 20 feet of my movement to get up to like whatever the closest bear that's causing problems is.
Yes, the one that just came up to Paintbrush, since he ran backwards, would be within like 10 feet of you.
Perfect. I'll get that one then. And then I will attack it with my swords. That is a 16
That'll
to
hit.
hit. All right. For 7 points of slashing damage.
All right.
And then my offhand. Not as good. That's a 13 to hit.
Still hits.
All right, and that is 3 points of slashing damage. Not planning on smiting or anything. So that's my turn.
All right, Errol.
We're going to move towards Paintbrush and that bear. So I'm going to move my 30 feet. So what am I like?
About
10,
20
15?
feet away.
Okay. That's going to be enough.
Oh, wait, they ran
Um,
backwards. So, yeah, about
30.
20 feet.
Okay. So we are going to cast a Toll the Dead. They need Wisdom 14 save.
Whiz. They got a 14. They meet, they beat.
Okay. I think it is save or suck. So I think it does nothing. Save throw. Yep. Yeah, it's save or suck. So yeah, nothing. Literally just bing.
Any
Like,
bonus
I'm
action you want to do?
Yeah, since that was a cantrip, I am going to pull out a spiritual weapon.
All right.
So the
What does
flaming
your
mace-
spiritual weapon look
Yep,
like?
the flaming mace, again, mace on just what the kind of like the mace that I have at my side materializes in place and is on fire, and it's going to take a crack at the bear in front of Paintbrush. That's a natural 20.
Very nice. Roll your damage.
So let's do critical damage. Go away. Go away. That's going to be, is that critical damage? Let's see, 5, 7, go away. 5 plus 3, so. Oh, it didn't do a critical. Okay, so that's 5, 6, 7, 8. So 16, 17, 18. That's going to be 20 points of damage.
It hits him across the back of the head and he turns towards it and roars. He's got a pretty big gash down the back of his head and neck, but he is still up. And that will bring us to Trenton.
I'm just gonna cast another chromatic orb.
All right.
Pew. Oh wait, cancel. Pew. Why are you not rolling? What are you doing? Roll.
I don't like you.
18.
That hits.
And this one will be lightning damage.
And this is the one on Paintbrush.
Yeah.
All right. Go ahead and roll your damage.
14.
What does it look like when you take out this bear with lightning?
It looks like I just point my finger and the little ball like shoots out, and then as soon as the ball connects with like its forehead, it looks like lightning comes from the sky, and then it does like sparks in white and black, like it's being crisped, like in like the 1990s cartoons when someone's being electrocuted. And I just go, no, bad bear, bad.
And the bear kind of shakes for a minute, and like the smell of burnt hair is high on the wind, and he just kind of falls. And that will bring us to bear number 3, who is going to take 2 more swipes at the driver.
Damn.
Nope, that one doesn't quite hit. That one's a natural 20.
Silvery barbs.
All right. What does that do?
Disadvantage on that roll, and has to use the lower.
Okay.
And then I give advantage to someone to use in the next minute. And I'll give that to Errol.
Okay. Well, he still rolled a 17, so still.
But he didn't
But-
crit.
No
No.
crit.
Too legit to crit.
He rolled 12 damage.
Oh,
So as you're all watching, this bear that has one claw tangled up in the reins and still has like a claw in the driver's arm. With the other claw, takes his head off.
I don't think I can healing word that.
I
don't
just
think
yell
can
out,
he-
I'm sorry, I tried to help.
I don't think
They
I can
have
healing word his
almost
head back
no
on.
HP, and he'd already lost 6.
I don't think I can healing word his head back on.
You
Shit.
can try. Reattach, that's the word.
Oh fuck.
And then he's going to just roar at the rest of the caravan. And that'll bring us back up to paintbrush.
Wow.
That whole thing just happened.
I rolled too well on that one. Even without the 20.
Skipped unconscious, went right to his head missing.
So that's a little scary for paintbrush. So I'm going to just get within 30 feet of him and
Okay.
throw a radiant bolt at him. So my eyes are gonna glow that golden color, and I'm gonna toss one bolt out. Oh. 16.
That'll hit.
Yay. Oh. 7 damage.
All right. And any bonus action?
Yeah. For Sunbolt, it says I could use a key point as my bonus action to throw out a second one.
Okay.
I'm gonna throw out a second one. Oh yeah. 16 again. You said it
Yep.
hit?
That
Yeah.
hits.
And 5 damage.
All right. And that brings us to Amariel.
Okay, the bear that's left, I guess I'll go up to it and attack. So that's a 19 to hit.
That hits.
That's for 4 points of slashing damage. Then bonus action with offhand. That is only a 12 to hit.
That still hits.
Okay. That's for 5 points of slashing damage.
All right. Errol.
I'm going to move my spiritual weapon 20 feet. So I think I'm still not close enough to hit
Yeah,
it.
this
Is that
bear is
correct?
about 30 feet away from the spiritual
Okay,
weapon. So yeah, not quite this turn.
This is close. So that's my bonus action is moving that. This bear has been hit, correct?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to move my 30 feet of movement closer to it, and I'm going to toll the dead again, which is a wisdom 14.
Rolled an 18.
I'm just ringing this bell, like trying to get its attention while my mace
They're
is
not
like
the
floating.
wisest, but they're rolling really well.
These are the wisest bears that have ever bared. Like they're just
You know, I deserved a point where my bad guys actually,
Mhm.
roll well.
other than just getting clobbered in the head by a magic mace out of nowhere and then just get smoked.
And that,
All right,
brings
that's-
Killed an innocent cab driver.
that brings us to Trenton.
Sacred Flame.
All right.
Deck save of 14.
Oh, 13. Damn
Suck
it.
it.
This bear is on fire.
5 damage.
All right. And now it is the bear's turn. And he's going to run up to or no, Amariel's already up to him. So it's going to take 2 swipes at Amariel.
All right.
That's a 24.
That's a hit.
That is 5 points of damage.
All right.
Or wait, 9. I have not
Okay.
been adding the modifier.
Oops.
So technically the peasant took even more damage.
Shoot.
And I do not think an 11 hits.
It does not.
And that is the bear's turn. So that brings us back up to Paintbrush.
Another radiant bolt. I'm staying far, far back.
Go for it.
Uh, 18.
That hits. Bears are very easy to hit. Their AC is 11.
Oh. Oh, 7.
That was just enough. What does it look like when you take out this brown bear with a radiant bolt?
Just a Hadouken, just forward.
Hadouken!
So yes, you've watched this bear take the driver's head off. Amariel's gone up and hit it a couple of times. Errol rang a bell at it that did nothing. And then you just strike out at it and it hits him square in the forehead and he just kind of crumples. You saved most of the caravan. There is what looks like 2 women and 3 children in the cart, and then there are still the 1 man with the pitchfork that took some damage to his arm, and then 2 other men.
Okay.
And the one that took the damage to his arm is kind of cradling his arm, and he's like, "Oh, thank you. I mean, he took George, but you saved the rest of us, and for that we thank you."
Quite welcome. No, let me take a look at that, and I will at least do a first level cure wounds.
All right.
7.
There is a weird echo that you're getting or something there, Steve.
All right. Is it okay?
There, now it's better.
Okay. 7 points of healing.
All right. The skin on his arm does knit back together and he stands up a little bit straighter and he's like, oh, thank you. Oh, we're still getting it. It's a weird like vibration sound that's coming.
Sounds like a bee of some sort, like right next to the microphone.
Let me turn off my phone to make sure I'm not getting interference from my phone. Is it still there?
Sounds good for now.
Okay. Let me know if it pops back.
What brings you folks this way?
Well, I'm not talking. No. Nope.
I
Goodness,
guess we're just
garbage.
traveling. We're trying to find our way to like a cave or something, you know. We're just trying to help people along, and you guys looks like you really needed some help. So
One of the other men you do see picks up George's head, and another guy picks up his body, and they like the women are hiding the children's eyes, and they're like, I guess we can bury him.
Yeah.
that would be the wisest decision. I mean, does he have family?
Oh, that's his wife and his son back in the
Oh boy.
caravan.
Oh,
Oh, and his
that's
brother
unfortunate.
points to one of the other guys.
Oh. Well, it's over.
Yes, it definitely could have been much worse. Those were some strong bears, and I have no idea. Usually they don't attack along this
Oh.
road, but something must have riled them up.
Oh, interesting. Well, if you've seen anything else odd along this
I
area.
mean, we've only been out of town for about the hour.
Okay, sorry.
No, quite all right. It very weird, but I think we're going to head back into town instead of traveling on to we were going to visit some family
Oh,
in crap, I don't remember where I put my actual finish map. I think Cat might still have it. Anyway.
Are you like carrying anything that attracts bears?
No, we don't have any food outside of just some basic rations, and those are buried deep in the bags.
Insight check.
All right.
And while they're kind of doing this, I'll help the people going to bury the body, and then also we'll use ritual cast gentle repose
Okay.
on the corpse as well, to at least it to make sure it doesn't come back as undead or something kind of creepy. So
Headless,
essentially,
undeadless.
yeah, hence essentially doing, prayers to Priscus with the people, and then assisting in burying the body while all the rest of the discussion is going on.
What'd you roll on insight?
15.
They seem genuine. They have no idea what brought the bears out.
It's probably safer to probably go back at least. Maybe try.
Yeah, we were gonna
tomorrow.
go and visit family in this little village, and yeah, maybe
Oh,
we'll just send we'll scrape together some gold and go to the Wizard Institute and just have them send a message.
oh, here. I'm gonna give him 5 gold pieces.
Oh, you're so generous. Thank you, my lady.
Yeah, it's no problem.
And they're
It's
like,
important to keep in touch with family.
thank you. We very much appreciate it. If you're headed that way, I suggest keeping a sharp eye out. But thank you again for everything you've done for us. And he gestures towards Errol helping Barry and the healed arm and the bunny, and he's just like, you're too kind. You were all just too kind. And they do get the one mule that had fallen, like they get hit, like he's already standing and fine, and they're able to tie together the reins that were snapped and turn the mules around, and they do head back to town.
Oh, we cast mending on those reins. 100%.
Okay. Such magic, such wow.
Oh, mending. I have mending on like quick draw. Like, hey, you got something, bro? Bam. There you go. Bam.
I'm like taking a short rest.
Okay.
Yeah, there's it's probably about a half an hour that you all sit there, but if you want to sit a little bit longer to finish out a short rest for
A hit die would be nice.
Well,
for
also
those not
a
actively
spell
helping Barry.
a spell slot back would be nice because
Fair.
I'm now fully tapped out.
Oh, baby.
I only have
Level
3
3.
spell
Level
slots.
3.
Level 2 caster.
So yeah, you do sit there as they for a little bit longer as they wander off, and you can have any conversations that you might want to have as you sit there.
I wonder like what like agitated the bears because like they don't do that this close to like the town.
No, that's what I was thinking too. Can I actually take a look at the bears and try to
Yeah.
see if there's some kind of infection, if there's something that I noticed that's not normal?
Give me both an investigation check and a medicine check.
Okay, investigation.
Can I do it also?
Sure.
It's going to be plus a d4 investigation. So 16. So it'll be 17 on investigation.
And on medicine?
Thank you. I knew there was something else.
My investigation was 7.
18 on the medicine check.
The medicine check just reveals that the bears seem perfectly healthy. There's no medical reason that drove them to attack. Upon investigation, you do see have to think back like 4 episodes to something 4 or 5, and I'm like, what happened then? You do see that there appears to have been, like, there's a little bit of, let me look this up and make sure I'm not lying to you.
And I think while we're doing a short rest, I would have probably cast Detect Magic as well, while we're kind of checking everything out to see if there's some magical reason, because there's nothing else I'm going to be much doing. I technically need a short rest because I, again, was not injured.
Okay. Yeah, if you ritual cast Detect Magic, you do see the remnants of an enchantment spell on all three of them that is similar to what was on the ice methods.
Okay, and I'll relay this. There's an enchantment on, looks like there was an enchantment on these bears similar to the ice methods that looks like, I'm assuming something made them more aggressive. So at least we know why. Well, we know we have a reason of what happened, not necessarily why.
It's just like everything's losing their fucking mind. Like there's no one like big red flags. Like you waking up like Lustin woke up with a tattoo, and then y'all have like this weird symbology shit, and then it's like on this book that appeared in my bag that's made out of people, and then like there was like those weird ice pixie things that were like, let's go to meta rampage, and now like the bears are like rah 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 rah, which translates to like bear, let's go to meta rampage. Like no other red flags. Like I'm just a student.
I was thinking about that book and it gave me an idea of like, at least where I'm from, usually like stories are passed down like verbally and things like that. But maybe the book, like you said, it was something like flesh to page. What if it's a way of keeping memories alive past someone's death? Like what they did, everything they learned, they used that spell to make the book out of what they knew. So if the time came and someone needed to know what was there, it wouldn't be diluted by being passed down for years. You would have the exact information.
Is there a stick near me?
Yeah, there's easy enough to find a stick. There's trees around here.
I get a stick. I put the book on the floor and I start poking it like, tell me your memories, demon book. Be
I'll let you roll an
useful.
Arcana check for this for fun.
Tell me things.
And during the like Mariel's explaining this, and I'm like, Arrow's like, God, that's a really good idea. That's really, and then suddenly you just hear this yelling of, "Tell me your book, tell me your secrets book."
You know what? For the lulz of it, I'm gonna make that 10 a 15, so I rolled a 24.
Methods are
Damn.
odd, but
So
you can't beat the results.
As you were poking this book with a stick, demanding its secret,
Book on a stick.
you do
What?
get-
She said it like has memories. So, and it was made of people.
it does strike you that the spell very well may have been used on the brains of people to trap their memories.
Oh, it's made of people brains.
Yeah, like that's what I was thinking. Like
No, like
whatever's
it's
in their head.
actually made out of their brains. Like
That's
they
really cool. Reduce, reuse, recycle.
I don't think we take out the blue bins on Mondays. That's recycling in my area, by the way. The blue bins.
Yep, I remember blue pens.
I'm telling Kat that we need a brain shirt that says reduce, reuse, recycle.
It's made of people brains specifically.
That was amazing. Okay. Scene. It's definitely something that you're sure that the professor that had his hands on this would know that.
bitch. You can't fucking tell me it's made of people brains. I'm gonna set his classroom on fire next time I see him.
You
Okay.
do think that if somebody had access to detect thoughts, you might actually get more out of this book than you currently have.
So, new plan.
Mhm.
If anyone can read minds, you could probably read the book.
Wow.
Can anyone do that?
Hmm, I cannot.
No, I don't think so. That's
Okay.
something to figure out. Maybe Lustin can. He has a lot of weird powers in the show.
Maybe he
Seems
can
like he knows more than us and that stuff.
maybe he can fog cloud the memories of the book and it'll get so confused it'll walk out of the book.
I think it would be hard to read if you can't see it.
I wonder if he'll put that together.
Such a good ability too.
So
And so,
like
at
do we go
about this
back?
point, you do reach the end of a short rest. So you do
Great.
get that benefit. Except for Errol, who's been walking around doing stuff.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I'm still just
Do you-
poking it with a stick.
Do you pick it back up or do you keep walking and wait and see if somebody else?
No, I'll like do the thing where like you just don't want to touch it, so you pick it up like 2 fingers and like just drop it back in my bag.
Okay.
We don't have a bag of holding yet, do we?
Nope.
Okay, I'm not going to try to skin these bears and put them in.
Oh my god, what if we take a crafting break and make capes out of the bears?
And
Oh, no.
At that mention, Paintbrush's cape does billow.
I'm like, what if bear capes? No,
I
no one
mean,
wants.
on your way back, if the bears are still there, since it's just a half a day trip to where you're going, you
Yeah.
could skip them on the way back and drag that back to town.
Yeah.
That's definitely on the way home kind of thing.
But like, what if someone else makes bear capes, then we don't get bear capes?
I guess the question is, do you want to carry
A lot of bear.
a lot of bear?
Yeah, we'll just like set up camp here. We'll like have a crafting night.
I failed that class.
I think I'm just at that. I'm going to turn around as we've rested and kind of start. Okay, let's go.
Doesn't matter if you failed as long as you keep trying, Amari.
No, like I almost burned down the place when we had to do stuff. It was bad.
But we're outside.
in
There's
a
nothing to
forest.
burn. Okay, well there might be forest around, but that's fine. It's a part of the cycle of nature. There's like wildfires and shit, right?
Yeah, I wanted to like make a fire sculpture and I thought I could make it into a shape, but it didn't work like I wanted it to.
It's in the shape of a wildfire. Okay.
Fine.
Moving on.
But I really want a bear cape. I'm just putting that out there.
Make a note.
My note was denied a bear cape.
For now.
For now, we'll find it. We'll hunt a bear for you. Don't worry. So we're moving.
Yes.
I have started walking.
Oh my god, like how far is this cave? I feel like we've been walking forever.
It takes you a solid 3 hours to get you walk about 2 hours and you do see a figure walking towards you. With your passive perception, Errol, and descriptions given, you do recognize this is General Millstrom.
Oh, kind of.
You're still about an hour away from where they said that he was at, so he's on his way back.
we kind of will kind of flag them down, as we see them, to not, there's not a group like rushing up to them, partially bloodied and beaten.
Oh, travelers, what brings you this way this day?
Oh yeah, the lady at the pet store told us you would be here. Hi, I'm Amariel. It's really nice to meet you. We're friends with like the ghost knives, and we just wanted to see what was going on, and we were trying to find a cave with this symbol, and we were really wondering if you could possibly help us with that.
Roll a persuasion check for me.
Awesome. That's what I need. 23.
He kind of looks at you all and he's like, "You're the ones who broke into my office, aren't you?"
Plausible deniability says no.
Fair. We're all friends here, and you did, in a way, help us. You've helped us learn a couple new things, which sent me out here. With that persuasion roll, you do get, he kind of leans in and he's like, "So this cave?
Yeah,
It's
we need to
actually
find
an entrance to the Underdark, and that's where I meet my contact.
Oh.
They can't make it out yet. There's something is binding the entrance, but many of their people have gathered very close to this spot because there is something very deadly down there that has taken out entire cities, entire families, entire, like, even the monsters they're going after, and it's dwindled the peoples down there greatly, and people just disappear, or they're found dead, and they have no explanation for it.
Oh, that's a problem. I guess we could help. We're just supposed to find it, and it's supposed to lead to a place, but I guess that's a good start. Could you take us?
I think that this might be helpful. And he does kind of like tap his chest right where you have the symbol, Errol.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, "There's plenty of daylight left, and if all else fails, we may camp. Come along then." And he does turn around and start walking back towards, you can now see that there is a denser bit of actual, like, not super forest, but it's a fair size glade kind of thing, or grove. That's the word I'm looking for. Words are hard, y'all. So as you make your way towards it, everybody make an insight check.
Is this on him?
It's kind of on each other in the whole situation.
Because I have that ring
Dirty
of
20.
truth telling. So it's about determining if someone's lying to me. So no advantage, I'm assuming.
Yeah, not for this, because it's not on, I mean, unless you think one of your friends is lying to you.
I feel everyone's always lying to me.
All right, you can go ahead and roll the advantage.
14.
It's 21.
16.
Dirty 20.
You all, something feels off. It's a little bit in the air, but you can feel that each person in your party is being affected by whatever this is, and you all kind of are getting an urge to run.
Can I use divine sense?
Sure.
And can I insight Nolstrom?
Sure.
And we're doing Eyes of the Grave as well. Gives me undead within 60 feet.
I can sense anything affected by the hollow spell or know the location of any celestial, fiend, or undead within 60 feet that is not behind total cover.
Mine just
20
does undead within 60 feet.
22 on
Mine's
Nolstrom.
Nolstrom is feeling this effect as well, but you can see him brush it off. Like he realizes that it's going to happen and kind of pushes through it, but doesn't think to tell you anything.
I'm gonna ritual cast detect magic.
For ritual, do you have to stay in one spot for that? I'm pretty sure.
No, I think it's just
10 minutes.
it's just it just takes 10 minutes. So you don't use a spell slot. Because a spell is normally just an action.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. All right. Oh, itchy. Okay. So each of you that has brought up either Divine Sense or Eyes of the Grave, immediately you don't see anything. How long does it stay up for both of those?
Let me check real quick.
Mine is end of the next turn, but I have 5 uses.
Okay.
So I'm willing to like wait a little bit. Like once I've gotten 60 feet out, pop it, like, and do it.
Yeah, mine's same.
repeatedly.
Mine's until the end of next turn. So mine's just a little pop 6 seconds.
Okay. Yeah, you don't feel anything that pings for either of you with that. As you get closer, you're probably only about 120 feet out from the actual grove. And this, whatever you're feeling, doesn't get any stronger as you walk forward. Anything else anybody wants to do before you get to the...
I'm just doing my detect magic and be like, I don't like the feel of this.
I'd be fidgeting with my little yarn ball as we get closer.
I think I
It
would-
will be well into the grove before you finish ritual casting detect magic, since it does take the 10 minutes. In fact, you'll probably get up to the cave by the time you're done casting it, because he does lead you into the grove, and then it's probably just another about 300 feet in,
I
and you
think I
see the
would-
cave entrance.
I would ask the generalist, is it normal to feel like this every time you approach, or is this something that happens all the time?
This happens all the time, and you have left the main, like the
Mhm.
track road that you were walking on.
Mm.
He was on the road when you ran into him, and then as you walked on for the first like half an hour, you were still on the road, and then he kind of led you off of it.
Okay.
And he says, yes, it happens, as you can tell. You wouldn't feel this on the main road, but anybody that comes to this grove feels this sense of dread, this sense of fear, emanating from the cave because of the bound door to the Underdark. We're able to open it just a sliver to pass through the messages, but that's as far as we've gotten. We physically talked with one or two of them in the couple like 20 seconds that we've been able to hold it open. But the feel around this area, when one of the ghost knives felt it, is what drew them here to see what it was. And when they arrived, they found the partially torn letter that you absconded with from my office.
Did
And that
no
is-
such thing.
And that is what drew us to investigate. And we do know that these people need help. And we know that in the past, it has been attack first, ask no questions, and seal the doors back up. The gods did it. That is part of the reason why some of them were even raised. And in the last 500 years or so, whatever this growing darkness is, has nearly decimated the peoples of the Underdark. And so it is our wish to help them, because the only reason they wanted out was to save themselves. We were given the basics for a spell that actually a few of the wizards at the Institute are working on to implement over an area just past this grove, to set up a shield from what light there is during the day to protect these people. And we'll set up an encampment and eventually, hopefully, build at the very least a village, if not a city, for them.
Okay. Let's go down the cave and see if we can try to also help figure out what's holding the door shut.
So like, we're just going to escape. Like, these high level mages are like involved in this, and like, they didn't come deal with this. Like, no one's seeing red flags. Am I the only one?
Oh, I'm seeing
have-
dozens.
Just checking. Just check. Like,
We
you know,
have had a
like,
couple of the wizards out, and even some sorcerers and a warlock or two. And none of them can figure out what is sealing the door quite yet. We do have them obviously looking into it, but we think it has something to do with this symbol. And he points again at his chest where the pendant that Errol has on is. And he's like, "Come, I will show you." And about now, your detect magic has flared up, Trenton.
oh,
And you do see that his sword gives off a magical essence. Otherwise, you don't see anything in the immediate area. If you pop another divine sense, Amariel, you don't sense undead or celestial or fiend anywhere in the area.
Okay.
And as you walk into the cave, it does seem to almost swallow all light. Like, even if you have dark vision, you can still see, but everything is dimmer than you expect. General Nolstrom does pull out a torch and light it. He leads you further in, and this cave goes back in about 50 feet.
I also cast
And-
light.
Okay. And as you cast that and it illuminates more, you can see that there's stalactites and stalagmites, and it's a very natural cave, and it almost makes a walkway up to the back wall. And the first thing you notice is the symbol of Theodosis is branded on this wall. It is one of the entrances that he personally closed before he ascended. When they thought that the denizens of the dark were rushing out to attack, and they asked no questions, got no answers. But underneath this, you do see the jagged spiral symbol. And he's like, obviously we know that Theodosis must have closed this, but this symbol, well, a few of the wizards have seen it, and now that we know that a couple of you have been gifted either pendants or have seen it otherwise, brings us renewed interest in it. We still don't know what it means. You probably have a little bit better idea than we do, and that's not saying much because we have no idea.
So we're like your supervisor now.
Consultants.
Well, I'm gonna kind of start looking around the cave. I'm kind of looking for, sorry, any kind of inset the size of my amulet, like any place that's, just any kind of cracks or crevices or anything that might have been missed. Just kind of give the whole cave kind of a whole once over.
All right, roll me an investigation check.
Can I go up and touch the symbol of Theodosis and touch the spiral and like see if I can feel some kind of arcane or divine energy that's like flowing, if they're connected, if one's like stopping the other.
Roll an Arcana check for me.
That's a natural 20.
Yeah.
With a 2
Nice.
on my D4. So that's 28.
So you don't see anything that looks the size of your amulet.
Mm-hmm.
The symbol that is there, it's about palm size, which you
Okay.
can tell as Trenton puts his hand on
As
it.
I touch the wall, I instantly let go and be like, ew, this is dirty. I don't want to touch it because I rolled a 1. Nope, this is gross. This is dirty. I don't want to touch it. Nope. Nope.
You do see
Wait.
as
Yeah, no, I'm fine. I was like, I have an advantage, but like, nah, I like the 1. I'll keep the 1.
you do see as Trenton pulls away from the wall, and your detect magic is still up, and nothing about the wall puts off any magical essence. So you don't believe that either thing will be magically opened. You assume it should be a little bit more mundane than that.
It's like super mundane.
How big is the? Is it like, okay, so the symbol, is it like etched in? Is there a space? Is it like you put something in?
It's etched in, so it's like the jagged spiral was like carved into the rock.
Okay, so it's not like there's a space that you can put something in to open a door.
No.
Okay.
The symbol of Theodosis it's almost like it's painted on, but obviously that was a magic effect from it being closed.
Can I make a religion check? And I'm just gonna say under my breath, all right, I'm here. I don't know what to do now.
1 second while I finish up with the investigation check. You do get the sense, Errol, that it's 2 different doors. Like there's the obvious one where you can see that they've kind of been able to move the rock just enough to get the messages back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
Like they have tried, you can see where there's like just the faintest of chips where it looks like maybe somebody hit it with a hammer. And General Nolstrom does notice you looking at these, and he's like, we have tried the greatest magical weapons we can find, and nothing has done enough damage to this door to bring it down. But with your check, you do notice that it's almost like a smaller door that's off and down to the left.
Mm-hmm.
It's directly from the bottom point of the jagged spiral.
Okay.
And so you surmise that whatever the spiral corresponds to is the smaller door.
Okay.
Amariel, you get a little whisper that it says, you're close, but I am unsure how to help you.
Figures.
I wanted to do a little bit of both. I wanted to do a history check on
Roll a religion
Theodosis?
check for me, Amariel. Sorry.
Yeah. That was not 13. It's not good at all.
Yeah, so you know that you can recognize that there's something religious about it, but you're not sure what. Okay, Paintbrush, what were you going to do?
Like a religion history check for if I know why. Like I want to talk to Theodosis, but I wanted to see if it came up in like my religion studies of him, of like what he did to seal this door.
All right, go ahead and roll a religion check for me.
Yeah. God. Ooh, -1. 15.
You do know from your religious studies that before Theodosius was raised, he had closed 3 doors to the Underdark, as they were all convinced that it was an attack. And all you can remember is that they came out aggressively, but they weren't the first ones to attack. There were some elf guards on the door, and they heard the door open and they attacked first, and that's why they were killed. And a scout had run back for backup, and it was about that time that Theodosius came through from the Feywild. And he joined in the fray for that one. He went around and closed the 3 doors he could find. This one, the one in Tekli, where the dwarves are, one of the, it was, I remember my deities. It was Cicero,s the dwarf that was raised at the same time as Theodosius, that closed that door, and then Theodosius went around and closed the other 2. And then he settled in Kaloon until he was raised. But otherwise, you don't really have any connection to anything else here.
Did you tell us about the secret door?
I would have
Errol?
like kind of been poking around, and I would have more than likely, knowing Errol, been talking out loud while I was doing this, like, kind of muttering at first and then saying, well, okay, so okay, then, and then started leading to, yeah, looks like there's another door down here at the bottom of the symbol, and then kind of pointed to that.
Oh, wait, Paintbrush, didn't he make your staff a little bit special?
Yeah. And
Well, like, could you make a door or the secret door?
oh, I'm gonna make a door. Should I do like performance?
Yeah, go ahead and roll performance.
Yeah, this is gonna be the best door. Okay, okay.
Can I give the help action by giving him the look that I always give him when he does art in front of me, of like knowing I will judge him based on the quality?
I will give him guidance, which is an extra D4. So
Ooh,
Right.
extra D4.
Advantage.
Okay.
advantage and a D4.
Because I feel like a
This
paintbrush
is
is
a Hail
always.
Mary, like pass. I'm trying to think of something
I feel like
crazy.
because I feel like paintbrush has like this innate desire to like get approval from
Yes.
Trent. So it's like, oh my god, he's watching. I need to perform well.
Okay. Oh, and then plus my D4. That's a 1 on my D4. 19 all up.
You paint a very beautiful door that
It's
does
pretty
nothing.
sick.
Damn it! We
Um,
tried.
It's a rainbow iridescent because you didn't think of a color, and so it's just this shimmering painted door.
Huh.
We have correctly marked where the door is. So one step farther.
Okay, so
So-
now that we've painted a door, maybe we could figure out how to actually open a door.
Look,
Ah.
that stuff works in the Feywild. This world is weird.
I want to see. I'm going to, since Theodosius gives me my light abilities, I want to try having like a radiant bolt and
Yeah.
press it on the carving first.
The spiral.
The spiral. Yep.
Okay,
That's what I was.
I guess rolled a hit.
So I was trying to get to get
Ooh.
sunlight or something down here.
Mhm.
2 plus 6, 8.
I mean, it hits the wall. It does nothing.
Hmm.
And so I kind of point the door out to the general, and have the scholars noted this before as well? I mean, what have you tried in this area here?
We noticed that there was something off over there, but now we know it's absolutely a door. But it we haven't really put much thought into anything other than trying to get the door to the Underdark open to help these people.
Okay. And what happens with the torch? Like you said, it kind of the room kind of makes everything darker. Does it change at all if we move the torch closer to the symbol, closer to the door?
No, it's still like the torch seems like almost like there's less oxygen in the room than normal, so it doesn't flare as brightly, but it doesn't change anywhere in the room. You can all breathe fine, so it's not actually the oxygen.
Oh, no. Plenty of oxygen. I'm gonna go cast light on the door.
All right.
Now that I didn't expect anything to happen, I just want to cast light on it.
Yeah, it lights up the iridescent paint.
Ta-da!
Oh, we did so good.
Yeah. So I'm not finding any switches or levers, that would
Nothing
or any
that
cracks.
stands out. No.
Yeah. No, especially not with that investigation check.
All right, I'm just gonna try something crazy. I doubt it's gonna work.
Knock. Please knock on the door.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna do. I want
Please
to
just
knock on the door, the little door.
Please knock
I
on the
don't
door.
know if it's gonna work, but I want to try.
I'm like, do it. Awesome.
Oh, 100%. I'm like, knock on that door.
I'm like, we fucking painted a door. Like, this is clearly less insane.
You knock on it, and it does sound more hollow than you expect. But otherwise, it does not open.
Has anyone tried shouting open at the door? Open!
Can I try shouting open in Sylvan?
Go for it.
I will shout open in Sylvan.
Does nothing.
Great. Okay. I'm
Uh,
running out of ideas.
I'm just
How
gonna
about
sacred flame the
Elvish?
door over and over and over and over.
I'm going to yell open in Elvish.
Nothing happens.
Undercommon.
You hear a slight crack, but other than that, nothing happens.
Open in common.
No.
So wait, undercommon. That's the first at least something we've gotten.
Oh, try
Nostrum
open
does stand up
sesame.
straighter, like, what?
It actually, it moved, or we just heard.
You heard a
something?
crack, but you're not sure from where.
Okay.
Somebody
Paintbrush.
make me a perception check based on the sound.
Oh,
I'm bad at those.
I
Mm.
did it, and I got a nat 20!
Yes,
Make me, I
thank
got a
God.
26!
It did not
Why?
seem to come from the small door that was painted. It did seem to come from the door to the Underdark.
Okay.
Hey.
It's the door to the Underdark. Why don't you try saying open sesame?
Open
Is it-
sesame and undercommon.
On open, you get another cracking sound, but it doesn't fully open.
Keep doing it. Keep doing it.
Interesting.
Keep doing it.
This is something to think about.
You haven't thought of this? Like, it's really basic. I don't know what the fuck we're doing, and we're figuring it out faster than you did.
We painted a door. Let's not give
we're
ourselves
clearly
too
your
much pats on the
supervisor.
back.
At this
You know what?
point.
That has worked for other occasions. Thank you very much.
I loved it, and I thought knocking would be awesome as well.
That also works. Doors are very, very upset if you open them without asking first.
Amen. All right, can we just paintbrush? Can you please just keep saying open and see what happens?
I'm gonna keep open.
You keep just hearing the crack, but nothing fully happens. Like, obviously it has something to do with open in Undercommon, but you're not sure what else you need to say with it.
Can we
Do
pull
I
out
see
the-
hinges?
Can we pull out the dead body book?
Yeah, maybe Dead Body Book.
And Nostrum looks at you like,
Wait, don't question your supervisors. I pull out the dead brain book.
Can
The people brain book.
okay.
And then I just shove it against the wall. Like, do something.
Does like the brain book respond to anything? Like if you talk to it?
Paintbrush, can you please talk to the book nicely?
I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, I told you guys, you can talk to the book, like you can read the book with detect thoughts.
I don't have that spell.
So I'm gonna pick up this book and cradle it a little patty pat. Hey, how are you? Nice to meet you. So how's your day?
I'm a fucking book.
Sorry, that killed me.
Just cradling the book.
Cradling the
He's cradling a
recycled brain
that got
book.
turned into a book.
You do think make me a Make me an insight check on the book.
Oh, okay. I'm pretty good at that one. 17 plus 5. What is that?
21.
21.
No.
No.
22.
22.
Look, we
Both
hit
of
the
us were
20
like,
plus
yes.
club, so at that point,
No.
does it
We're
matter?
all at least slightly gay. We can't do math.
Drop of gay, all math goes out the window.
It's not my one.
Explains so much. So much.
That's why God created credit cards.
Mom, Dad, it wasn't learning disability in math. I was just slightly gay all this
It
time.
was a drop of gay. Once you get the drop of gay, that's it.
You do remember that the blind crone symbol is an open blank book. This book has to do with the blind crone. You're unsure that it's helpful in this exact moment, but you do think that when Detect Thoughts is used on this, you will learn something hidden that the blind crone once found.
I'm going to tell that. So I just remembered the academy that I go to, the blind crone, her symbol is a blank book. And
Got it. The book's not going to do anything.
yeah,
Yeah.
not until
General
we.
Nostrom does say, well, you have seen what we know. You have made an interesting discovery, and I plan to get somebody fluent in Undercommon out here to try lots of words. But it is getting darker.
Yep.
And as darkness does hit, the compulsion out here does get worse and can cause people to do things they normally wouldn't.
I'm already halfway out the cave when he says compulsion. No one tells me what to do.
All right. Yep. Let's get out of here. Unless someone thinks they'll decide.
And you
I'll
do
bet
make
Fred.
your way back to town. And just outside of town, Paintbrush, make an investigation check for me. I'm just looking for a 10.
Okay. 17. You said investigation. -1. 16.
Still over 10. About 100 feet outside of the gate, you look down on the ground and you see an iron coin.
Oh, do I recognize my coin?
It does look very familiar.
Oh, I'll go pick it up and look around.
As you pick it up, you do hear a whisper in your head. Hello again, friend. And that is where we're going to end tonight.
Wait, I was going to ask for one thing.
We have to
Okay.
slaughter the bear carcass.
Oh yeah, the bears.
Yeah, bear carcass.
2 things because my ADD kicked in.
All right, go ahead and make me nature checks for skinning the bears.
Ooh, I'm good at that. Ish. I'm okay-ish.
Oh,
All right,
gotta-
hold on.
I have a +5 to nature.
I got guard.
I got 6.
Hey.
14.
18 plus 3, 21.
Holy.
Under
Ooh.
the
Tag
guidance
on
of
that.
Amariel, you
Yeah,
do
we are.
get 2 of the bear skins. The other one that Errol started
I was like,
is a little
like
too
a
mangled
foot, and I'm
to
like,
want to get.
like some blood in the face. It's in my eye. It's in my eye. Ah.
It's good for you. It's really good, like for rejuvenating the skin.
No, it's literally not. Oh, it's in my eye.
And what was the other thing you wanted to do, Trenton?
Can I be like, and General Osram, I'd like a report on my desk. You can send that to the dormitories at the university because I'm still a student, but I somehow became your supervisor.
He just kind of shakes his head at you and walks through the gate.
He's not going to move up the corporate ladder with that attitude.
But thank you all for coming out and hanging out with us. Thank you to my players for going through this madcap campaign I'm putting you through. You've made some strides though, and things are looking up.
Got weasels.
Uh
and
thanks
bears.
for everybody checking in. We do have merch like the awesome new emotional support undead shirt, and I'm looking at Twitch to make sure I actually get it up in the image. Okay. We do have a couple of things up there like words are hard, y'all, and our logo, and you can get it on. There's various items of merch, and it's exciting. And we have a new shirt idea that came out tonight. You can also find our Twitter at R&R Production. And if you would like to join in on the badness, and we do have some fan chats for the various shows that would like people to get involved in, there is our Discord. Come and join us and all the chaos. It is glorious. Let us hear from our players and where you can find them and what they have going on. We will start with Izzy.
Hi, I'm Izzy. I am on Instagram and now Twitter. All one Izzy Talavera. And yeah, I'll see you guys next week. Good night. Bye.
Mary.
Hi, I'm Mary. You can catch me on Mondays over on here. But Tuesdays, I'm usually going through my schedule in my brain. Tuesdays, you can go catch me on 2000 Tales for some Strixhaven fun for Big Gaga Dice game. Thursday, I believe this week, we have the last episode of Slayers over on Chaotic Wonderful. And then Friday, we are doing a special charity event. Is a dungeon crawler where we are, for every tip that we get, we are giving it to Planned Parenthood as our group of players are going through a reality style TV show dungeon, kind of like Running Man with Arnold Schwarzenegger. So it's a great time, good charity to support, a lot of fun
It's
stuff.
not that Tuma.
Yeah. Yup.
That sounds awesome. Next, Steve.
Hi, my name's Steve. I have weasels and door problems, and it's a mess. You can find me on Twitter at W9Steve. I am here. I am going to be doing stuff with Mary as well on her channel, and I'm really super excited about that. So thank you everyone for tuning in.
Oh, and you'll also be doing stuff at Gen Con.
I will be at Gen Con this week as well. Thank you for knowing my schedule. I will be doing No Thank You Evil and Stealing the Double Stories at Gen Con for Monty Cook, and I will be doing Avatar The Last Airbender RPG for Magpie. So if you are at Gen Con and have any questions about those, feel free to get a hold of me on Twitter. Thank you.
And Danny.
Find me on the internet at Dr. Snugglebutts. And Sundays playing Theron, super chaotic sorcerer warlock who may have somehow stolen 12 flying brooms. Because things happen. And that's Sundays at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And follow the channel here. Okay, I'm done.
And not with us tonight is Skagwater or Leston. He had some family stuff come up, and so he's been meditating in his conch shell, and we'll leave it at that. I am Kristen, your GM here on Mondays. This is Artena. I'm still gonna do the thing because we like to know about things. Tomorrow on the channel, we do have at 1:00 watercolor wizardry with our watercolor wizard Maria, who has been chatting with us tonight. We also have tomorrow the first official episode of Misguided Magic, also run by Maria. Super excited to jump into that. And the entire party finally comes together after our 2 one-shots. Then on Wednesday, join us for Chaos Commentary. We're going to be talking some more stuff about maybe publishing TTRPGs. Stay tuned. On Thursday, we are back for the second half of season 1 for At the Threshold with North Shore DM, our friend Chad, running things over there. And that's where emotional support undead comes from, because Astray, my character, is Kide's emotional support undead. Then on Friday, for the second half of season 1 as well, we have Somnum Exteri, cyberpunk homebrew run by me, because, I never stop. As far as the channel goes, that's what we've got going. It's awesome. It's fun. And then on Saturdays, you can find me over on Exquise. I can type. No, I can't. Over on Exquisite Corpse Presents as Candy for episode 2 of season 2. Things came up last weekend, so we had a week off after our season opener, but we're about to explore more of DK's homebrew world, and I'm excited. That's gonna be fun. Otherwise, I think that's all we got going on here. Thanks for coming out, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye.